নমস্কার দর্শক বন্ধুরা, রেস স্পোর্টসের পর্দায় আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত জানাই। এই মুহূর্তে আমি দাঁড়িয়ে রয়েছি গোয়ার ফতোরদা স্টেডিয়ামে এবং এই মাঠেই আগামীকাল সুপার কাপের কলকাতার ডার্বি, যেখানে ইস্টবেঙ্গল এবং মোহনবাগান খেলতে নামতে চলেছে এবং সেই ম্যাচের আগে আজ কিন্তু সাংবাদিক সম্মেলন সেরে ফেললেন ইস্টবেঙ্গল হেড কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন এবং অধিনায়ক সউল ক্রেসপো। আপনারা জানেন যে ইস্টবেঙ্গল গত ম্যাচে চেন্নাই এফসির বিরুদ্ধে 4-0 গোলের বড় ব্যবধানে জয়ের ফলে ডার্বিতে নামার আগে কিন্তু কিছুটা হলো অ্যাডভান্টেজ জায়গায় রয়েছে এবং ডার্বি ম্যাচে যদি ইস্টবেঙ্গল অন্তত ড্রও করতে পারে তাহলেই কিন্তু সুপার কাপের পরবর্তী রাউন্ডে চলে যেতে পারবে। কিন্তু এই ডার্বিতে কিন্তু কোনো রকমভাবে ড্রয়ের মানসিকতা নিয়ে নামবে না ইস্টবেঙ্গল, সে কথা কিন্তু পরিষ্কারভাবেই জানিয়ে দিলেন ইস্টবেঙ্গল হেড কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন। ম্যাচের আগের দিন সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে এসে অস্কার জানিয়ে গিয়েছেন যে মোহনবাগান এই ম্যাচটা জেতার জন্য অল আউট ঝাঁপাবে, তবে আমরাও চেষ্টা করবো যেন এই ম্যাচ থেকে পুরো 3 পয়েন্ট নিয়েই আমরা মাঠ ছাড়তে পারি এবং আমরা শুরুতেই চেষ্টা করবো যেন গোল করে এগিয়ে যেতে পারি, এমনটাই কিন্তু জানালেন ইস্টবেঙ্গল হেড কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন। পাশাপাশি এই মৌসুম দল যথেষ্ট ভালো ফুটবল খেলছে। আইএফএ শিল্ডের ফাইনালেও আপনারা দেখেছেন যে কলকাতা ডার্বিতে ইস্টবেঙ্গল কিন্তু যথেষ্ট ভালো ফুটবল খেলেছিল, কিন্তু শেষ পর্যন্ত গিয়ে টাইব্রেকারে ম্যাচটা হারতে হয়েছিল। কিন্তু সেই বিষয়ে অস্কার ব্রুজন জানিয়েছেন যে ইস্টবেঙ্গল ভালো ফুটবল খেলেছিল, তবে শেষ মুহূর্তে টাইব্রেকারে হারতে হয়েছিল, কিন্তু আমরা চেষ্টা করব যেন আগামীকালও সেই ভালো ফুটবলটাই ইস্টবেঙ্গল গোটা দলটা খেলতে পারে এবং ফুটবলাররাও কিন্তু যথেষ্ট পরিমাণে মুখিয়ে রয়েছেন ডার্বিতে নিজেদেরকে মেলে ধরার জন্য। এছাড়াও অধিনায়ক সউল ক্রেসপো কিন্তু জানিয়েছেন যে আমরা এই ডার্বি ম্যাচটাকে জিততে মরিয়া, কারণ দল এই মুহূর্তে ভালো শেপে রয়েছে এবং সেইটাকেই কাজে লাগিয়ে আমরা চেষ্টা করব মোহনবাগানের বিরুদ্ধে একটা জয় তুলে নিয়ে সুপার কাপের পরবর্তী রাউন্ডে নিজেদের জায়গা পাকা করতে। চলুন শুনে নেওয়া যাক বেঙ্গল হেড কোচ অস্কার ব্রুজন এবং অধিনায়ক সউল ক্রেসপো কি বললেন তাদের মুখ থেকে।
Well, I think, thank you for your question. I think we are coming from a trajectory of 3 months already, playing different competitions, both Mohanbagan and us. Tempo, both sides, I think that both East Bengal and Mohanbagan, they were the dominant side. But in that given day, probably one of the reasons is the condition of the pitches is more difficult to score goals. So I don't want to undermine the good work of Samir. Tempo has been a team competing very well in this competition, but if you analyze both games, both Mohanbagan and East Bengal, if one side should win, that should be the Kolkata teams. So it's not easy when you analyze game by game. As you see, we have a lot of people behind understanding that one result will show the real face of the team, and it's not like that. It's the trajectory, where we are coming from, what is Mohanbagan doing, playing the international competition and being one of the strongest sides of the country, and what East Bengal is trying to do after seasons of struggle, slowly rising back and demonstrating that we are coming with positive performances, and slowly we are closing the gap with the best teams of the country. There is a tendency to put us always in the group with Mohanbagan. If you asked me this question last year, that would be not good for us, but this year I think that the forces are balanced. I was discussing now with my assistant coach that he has played this year already 11 games in India, and 3 of them are derbies. So there is a tendency to put us in the same group, and my answer is Saul already answered when there was a question of what we are going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to try to play to win, and whatever comes, whatever is the outcome at the end of the game, at least we will not regret to play a defensive game or holding game or trying to be scared, as probably we were in the last years, because the results were not on the side of East Bengal. But this year already in 2 games, yes, we lose the penalty shootout, but we demonstrate on the field that we can compete very well with Mohanbagan.
Thank you.
Hello, Augusto. Nice to see you always after many years. Well, there are some differences this year. It's obvious that the scouting has been done in a different way and understanding more the needs of the team and coming more professional, and with a professional scouting analysis. We have a person in the club that is called Tamboy. Tamboy is the responsible of the recruitment, so I'm happy with what I have this year. The evidence is what is happening in the team, how the new players are delivering, and it's very early in the season. We are still trying to gel all together. For example, in this competition 6 foreigners are allowed, but we don't have the need to put always 6 foreigners. We want to rotate them, and probably there are players that will help the team a lot in the second half. But overall, and answering your question, I think that this year the scouting has been done in a positive way, and so far I'm very happy with the players that have joined the team. After the last game, I thought that I don't want to talk a lot about external factors. You are asking about the fitness condition. Yes, playing 3 games with 72 hours gap. Usually in the second game you don't suffer a lot, but the energy level drops in the third game. So this is exactly the point that Mohun Bagan and us are reaching. We have the chance to rotate a little bit the players today to have a fun session. Yesterday it was the day fully dedicated to recovery, not putting pressure on the players, even allowing them to take a day off. Today we just did a good positive dynamic training just to have the players in a good mental condition with an activation in small-sided games. And the conditions are the same. When one team has more rest, there is when it comes the problem, but in this case, Mohun Bagan and us, we have been having a similar schedule, the similar rest. The only advantage they have is that they were playing the games here in Fatorda, but the rest of the things, I think that we are coming with the same conditions given by the competition this time. We have just counted the measurement of the pitch, and this pitch is not the same as all the Indian pitches. It has 66 meters wide, so probably this is due because FC Goa is playing in the continental stage and they want to play in a narrow pitch. But the reality is that it's the first time that I see a pitch in India having 66 meters wide. Regarding the pitch condition, they were trying to repair it. It's full of holes. It's not in a good condition. Probably bowling pitch has little bit better drainage and suffers little bit better. It's more hard, so it's more level. And this pitch probably has a better grass, but it's more soft. So with the pass of the days, it's really, really damaged. But again, tomorrow we need to understand the conditions for both teams. There is not an excuse. We are going to play in this ground, and the best team is the team that will progress in the competition. As I said before, one game is not going to change our emotional level. The day of Dempo we were not that bad, and after beating Chennai, we are not that good. So we have to keep our mentality. We have to understand that this team is gradually improving. We have to analyze in a run of 5-7 games. That is the best way for a coach to understand what is the position of the team, understand the run of games, 3 or 5 games before the last game. So if you analyze our last 3 or 5 games, you will understand that East Bengal is coming to this derby this time in a good condition. It depends on the approach that we are having with this game. If we are thinking that the draw is going to be good for us, Mohun Bagan has enough quality that in one action they can convert a goal and twist the things around. So what I can tell openly is that tomorrow we are going to play to win. And no matter if it's the minute 5, 10, 20, 60, 80, we are going to be always having the mind to keep our performance level, to do something similar of what we are doing in all the games of this season. And it's true that after the minute 70, 80, after the high number of games played this week, and after playing in a soft pitch that probably is going to be more tiring for the players, let's see how we reach the game in the minute 70 or 80 and maybe make adjustments. But starting the game and all the proceedings, our mentality is going to try to win the game, not to hold the result. Aware that Mohun Bagan tomorrow is going to go all out, or probably they will like to start the game more holding and not receiving a first goal that could give the game on our side. So if you analyze the last IFA Shield final, it was a very tactical game. Both teams have started with a lot of respect, and slowly the openings were coming. And in the second half, the changes that both coaches did, they were to reinforce the balance of the teams and probably understanding that one action could win the game. For tomorrow, they are going to come all in. We are also going to come all in. It's the final opportunity for both of us to progress in the competition. And the second part of the question was?
Your strikers, Hamid and...
Yeah, as I said before, I have a new team. I have 6 foreigners. So probably in the game of Dempo, we understood that Hamid, we wanted to play him more on the wing, and we wanted to give Hiroshi a chance with just 3 weeks of practice. It showed that sometimes you need to go for the work of the past 3 months. The local players now in our team are looking very, very well, and probably the best way to understand now the situation of Hamid and Hiroshi is combining them in their natural position, which is the number 9. So one thing is having 6 foreigners, and second thing is how to combine them on the pitch, and not always. Mohun Bagan in the last game, if I'm not wrong, they feel only 3 foreigners in the starting 11. So the game of tomorrow is not only who starts the game. This is something that happens a lot in India, that everybody asks for the players to be in the main 11. But I think that in India, many games are decided from the minute 70 to minute 90. So probably you need also to have a plan for the last minutes of the game, because in that minutes is where most of the games are decided.
Thank you, everyone.
We don't think on that. I think that the last derby was totally different. This is another kind of game, and we are ready to play against them. And of course, we're gonna try to beat. Of course, we have a great group. We are in a good moment, and we can feel that. So yes. Yes, obviously, it's a different game when the pitch is in a perfect condition or not, but it's normal. They are playing many games here, and with the rain, of course, the pitch is not in the best form. And also, I was looking the pitch now, and I feel that it's a little bit more small than our pitch, but we are ready. We are ready to compete the game, and the team is thinking only in the victory.
Against Tempo, against Chennai. I mean, Chennai is a team who has
No, I think it's different kind of games. We prepare every game and every situation. The game against Chennai or against Dempo were different games, and now we were preparing the game these last 2 days, and tomorrow morning also we're gonna prepare the game, and it's different games. We don't think on that. Inside the dressing room, we think only in the victory. We are not thinking the draw. Miguel and with another 9 players.
But in the midfield, I am saying that.
Okay. Yes, it's great playing with him, because he has a very good quality, and it's always easy combined with him. And I think we are playing very good together.
ফতোরদা স্টেডিয়াম থেকে সায়ন দে, রে স্পোর্টস।